Welcome to Pastor's Chat today. Well, we're in Psalm 119. We're in the 15th stanza, and we need to remember that every line and verse begins with the 15th letter of the Hebrew alphabet, SAMEKH, in the Hebrew Bible. These are interesting verses that I believe help us understand how to have courage as we face the problems, the difficulties, and the battles in life. You know, we keep talking about meditating on God's Word and reading God's Word, studying God's Word, internalizing God's Word. Almost every verse in this great chapter has a reference to the Word of God in it. And I know that we need to do that and should do that. And you might be thinking, wow, life must be pretty easy for you. But I'm telling you, we learn, though, no matter what we do in memorizing, meditating, staying in God's Word, life is a battle. With much tribulation, we enter the kingdom of God, Acts 14:22. Yes, it's a battle, but the battle is the Lord's. And we're reminded in these verses how that we can have courage and have strength as we face the battles of life. And so let's read these verses and make some comments. On the very first verse, it pops out at me. I have a name written in my Bible right next to it. I won't mention the name, but I'll tell the story. In verse 113, I hate the double-minded, but I love your law. Now, here's the story. Over 27 years ago, when I went to Rainbow Forest Baptist, the new pastor there, I was every Sunday would read some passages from the book of Psalms, and over a period of 22 Sundays, we read 8 verses from Psalm 119. When we came to this passage, we had a visitor that Sunday, a lady, first-time visitor, and she was sitting there. We stood to read these verses, and we read that verse, I hate the double-minded, but I love thy law. God used that verse to bring her a tremendous conviction. She called me later in the week and said, could I talk with you? We had the privilege of leading her to faith in Jesus Christ. And she said that verse just hit her because she realized she was a double-minded person. She gave her life to the Lord. She became a missionary. She served on the foreign field. She loves the Lord today. And I'm telling you, the Bible, the Word of God is powerful. One little verse, I hate the double-minded, and that spoke to her heart, convicted her of her double-mindedness, and she gave her life to Christ and lives for Christ in a special way. Now, verse 114, you are my hiding place and my shield. I hope in your word. Now, as you read these verses, you can sense this psalmist has enemies. He has people he's having to deal with that are dealing falsehoods. They're lying. They're against him. They're standing against him. And he says, depart from me, you evildoers, for I will keep the commandments of my God. Uphold me according to your word, that I may live, and do not let me be ashamed of my hope. Hold me up, and I shall be safe, and I shall observe your statutes continually. You reject all those who stray from your statutes, for their deceit is falsehood. You put away all of the wicked of the earth like dross. Therefore I love your testimonies. My flesh trembles for fear of you, and I am afraid of your judgments. You know, any old dead fish can float downstream. It takes a live fish to swim upstream. Jesus said, broad is the path that leads to destruction, and many there be which go in thereof. Narrow is the way that leads to life, and few there be that find it. And you know why the narrow way is the tough way? Is because it goes right up the middle of the broad way. And you're going against everything, all the evildoers, all the naysayers, all the deceit, all the lies of the evil one that are against us every day. We go against them. We need God's truth to stand strong. And my friend, that's why God hates us to be double-minded. A double-minded man in James chapter 1 is unstable in all his ways. He's like a wave of the sea, driven by the wind and tossed. Let not that man think he shall receive anything of the Lord. So today, by God's grace, let's lean on him. Let's trust in him. Let's let him be our shield, our salvation. Let's hold up the truth, the sword of the Spirit, which is the truth of God's word, against the lies that come into our mind and our our lives. Let's be strong in the Lord and have courage as we face life today. Well, God bless you. You just keep your eyes on Him, and you have a wonderful, wonderful day.